Hello and welcome to BAGE Tax Client Portal Demo. My name is Gerard Jones and I'm the CPA, CGA and Principal of BAGE Tax. Today I wanted to walk you through, if you're a new client of ours or if you're looking at becoming a new client, I wanted to walk you through our portal demonstration. From our website, you can simply click on Client Portal in the top bar. Click Client Portal Login from that next page, and it'll bring you to this logon screen. You will be issued a username or email once you become a client, and you can log in and create your own password. Once you create a password, you simply log in, and it'll bring you into our client portal. In the client portal, you have an option of inviting other people to your specific portal. Now this client portal is specific to you and your the projects we're working on for your firm. You can create new users in the client portal. You can click on make a request if you have a question or a concern, or if you wanted to get a quote from us on additional work. You click on make a request, you put in a subject, type in the subject, select the type of request it is, whether you're requiring support, sales, or specifically bookkeeping support. Tell us if how important it is to you. Add a little description. And if you have any attachments that you'd like to add, you simply click on the attachment button and you can upload or upload directly from a web URL or upload from your computer. And then you just simply create a request, like so. The next little box is where your profile is. We can click on profile, and as you can see, I set up a dummy profile for myself. And has some information in it. You have your users and the directory of all the people that are linked to your organization that are in our system. They don't necessarily have portal access, but they're in our system. And you can also log out from here. All right, so that's along the top row. Down along the middle of the screen, you will see our navigation menu. Under our home page, the left side of the screen is a stream of all the information that we've shared through email or through our web portal. It's a stream of communication back and forth. So both you and our firm have ongoing information at our fingertips of the communication. This home page is more of a summary page. On the right-hand side, we have a sign-off sheet here. If there's anything our firm requires you to have a formal sign-off, it will show up here. And to sign off, I'll get into that in a minute, but sign off, you simply approve the sign off and it'll get back to us and we'll have a digital trail of that authorization. Again, this is a summary page. As we go across the top, you can get into more details. So under sign offs, as you can see, I created an engagement letter that needs to be signed off on. So if I click on the engagement letter, it will take me into the actual sign off. It says please click in and approve the electronic engagement letter sent via email recently. So typically our engagement letters are sent out through another program, and there's a simple button that you click and it gets approved. But whatever the request, whether it's an engagement letter or an authorization of a tax return, it'll show up here, and if there's any attachments, they'll also be here at the bottom. To approve it, you simply click approve, and it will send a notification to us that you've approved it, and we can move on with the task at hand. The next little menu item is request. As I mentioned, in the top of the screen, you can make a sales request or a support request. Here's a couple examples of requests that I've made recently. The one we just made today was want to have a T2 tax return completed. That is currently in the request, and another one I had was a broken receipt bank link. So perhaps there's something that you want us to look into. You simply make this request in the top here, and it'll show up down here in the middle of the page. It also, moving across, you'll also have access to any quotes that we may send you. If you request a quote from us, you can click on the quote. We will prepare the quote. You can click on it. Has the introduction, has the terms and conditions. This is just a generic quote. It'll have a little bit more detail than this, but for the demo purpose, I just put in a generic quote. There's a PDF download of it if you'd like to have a download of the PDF. And that's the quotes. If you want to make, if there's any comments that we've made on it, they'll show up here. And if you'd like to make a comment, you just click the make a comment link. Moving along the top of the menu item is sales requests. If there is any sales requests that you have made in the past, as you can see here, there was a sales request made and the quote was sent out. So if we click into sales request, we can look at the specific request and what status it's at. Okay. The next tab is probably the most important tab, and this is jobs. Any jobs that we have for our clients will show up under the jobs tab. And these are ongoing jobs. Now, once they're completed, they'll be removed from here, but as they're ongoing, they will show up here. As you can see, there's a 2017 year-end tax return, and if we click the link, it'll drill into the more specific levels of the job. As you can see, the status of the year-end compilation here is active, but the T2 tax return is yet pending. We haven't started that yet. Again, if you drill further, it'll drop down and give you specific tasks of what we are doing and at each stage what status each stage is at. So you can keep an eye on what we're doing and where we're at. Any activities will show up in here that we've had back and forth. If there's any sign-offs, they'll also show up in here along this menu. Any invoices that we've sent out to you in the past will also show up specific to this job. And finally, attachments. A lot of times clients send attachments by emails. We want to notify you that this is not the safest and most secure way. Email is not a safe method of sending confidential financial data. So, and it's the primary reason we've invested in this portal. So when you have anything to send to us, typically it's related to a job or a fixed price agreement, which I'll tell you about in a minute. You simply go into the job. I'll take you back to the main screen of the jobs menu. Click in the job that you're relating it to, and then slide across to the menu bar to attachments, and you'll see the job. You could drill down if there is more jobs under that, but simply click attach file, and from here you can upload or import a file, link from Google Drive, or link from a web address. That will give us access to the file as soon as you upload it. Okay, so that's the best way of sending attachments or files to us is through this upload link. And we really recommend it because it's the safest. This is a very secure portal, and it's the safest way to send us information. Tickets we don't use too much in our firm. Periodically we would, but if there was a support ticket outstanding, it would show up here. So there's a reconciliation discrepancy that I created. It's just tickets are usually something that's quick and simple to fix, and we create the ticket on our end. It's something that we may have to create a ticket to make sure we get in touch with you about something. It would show up here as well. Moving along the menu item, we have fixed price agreements. Fixed price agreements are your monthly agreements that also known as your subscription. And a lot of times your fixed price agreement will include your jobs. There are times where if you ask us to do a job that's not included in the agreed price, monthly price that we talked about, then your jobs will have a separate billing. But primarily we usually price everything together, and they'll show up under your fixed price agreements. The second to the last tab, menu item, is invoices. Here you will, regardless of job or fixed price agreements, you will see a list of all of your invoices here, and you can download them in PDF form. They'll always be available. And the final menu item is our BAGE CPA website, which if you click that, it will take you back to where you started. Thank you for taking the time out to watching this short demo on our client portal, and we hope that you use it frequently. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you.